really unique about international development at Sussex is that it's in the School of Global Studies, and it's the combination of disciplines that don't usually come together in that kind of way. So we've got anthropology, we've got geography, and we've got international relations. We also have a link with economics and a link with the business school. It's possible to be really interdisciplinary here, and that's one of the most exciting things about studying here.
The first year is always introductory, so what we've done is like flows of aid, flows of capital and foreign direct investment. We've also talked about like the basic theories behind international development and the key thinkers behind international development.
I think Sussex is unique in that its approach, certainly within international development, is very contemporary and applied, and it's not really about development that takes place solely in the south, but also development that takes place in the north.
I chose to come to Sussex from Tanzania because it is one of the best universities in the world. It also has a really, really good reputation for development studies. It's seen as probably the best in the UK to learn development. I chose to live on campus to gain the campus experience, to meet new friends. When you live on campus, it really is a very close-knit community feel.
I've really enjoyed the course and I've met a lot of amazing people. The lecturers have been the best thing about the whole uni. They've really supported me through any issues that I've had from the beginning of the year right through to the very end, and I feel like I could contact them even during the holidays. They're an amazing support system.
But what we want to also be thinking about in that idea of development as progress is also thinking about development as social change. So development as progress. My first interest was in anthropology. I've always been interested in anthropology and the idea of travelling and working with different people around the world. So I find that students can really benefit from my research so that they can take the examples that I give them, drawn from the Amazon, from working with indigenous people in different groups in the Amazon, and then that gives them something to build, to think about and write about the questions that we're dealing with. So when we think about development, we might think about it in terms of individuals, so the impact it's having on individuals, the positive.
The thing that really drew me to Sussex was that the professors were really active within their fields of development still, so you got an insight into their active research.
The students are extraordinary. A lot of them end up working in non-governmental organisations. Some of them go into education, some of them work for government departments such as DFID, and some of them even start their own NGOs.
I really want to do something good. I think that's my core motivation, and as long as I can do something good, I'm happy. Before I came to Sussex, I was lucky enough to have done quite a bit of travelling. When you've travelled to places where there's severe poverty and on the other hand outrageous wealth, it makes you really realise and appreciate the global disparity in wealth, and that's why I chose to do international development, was to do something to bridge that gap.
I think the fact that I was allowed to go on a placement abroad and actually get practical experience to supplement my academic experience has been really good, and I think that Sussex has sort of caught up on the fact that employers aren't just looking for people with a degree but also with experience. I really like Brighton. It's a small city but there's still lots of stuff going on, a huge cultural scene, lots of live music and nice pubs and restaurants, so yeah, coming here has definitely been good for me.
Our students come from a real diversity of backgrounds. In fact, the diversity of our students is one of the most exciting parts of teaching international development, because everybody's bringing to development different perspectives and different views. And something that's really lovely about being here, about working here, about researching here, is that I'm amongst a community of people, including our students, who really care about what's going on in the world, and they want to see some change happen. They want to be part of that change.
I was quite lucky as I was offered a few places from different universities, but I chose to come to Sussex. And 1 year later, I can proudly say that I don't regret my decision at all, and I'm having a really good time. I'm really happy I chose this university.